Now you may be wondering what was going on in the mind of Kerry. When Sandra had explained to her what was going on, she thought at first that Sandra must be joking. Still standing there watching a preteen get a diaper change was not a joke. Kerry was not sure she understood everything that Sandra had explained but figured that Sandra knew what she was doing. Anyway, soon Lizzie was redressed and they were heading downstairs. Lizzie walked holding her mother's hand until they got to the bottom of the steps. Then she crawled over to her playpen and crawled in. Sandra and Kerry returned to the kitchen. "So do you think you can handle tonight?" Sandra asked. "I think so." Kerry answered, her voice shaking. "It's really no different than taking care of my little one," she said, trying to reassure herself. "Really, it's not that bad," Sandra said. "I know it's a little unconventional, but according to Violet, this is the best way to handle things. I have done the research on the internet and I agree with her. Lizzie thinks that being a baby is so wonderful. Like it's the best thing in the world, and I have to break her of that desire with a strong dose of reality. But what if after 3 months of being a baby, Lizzie tells you she does not want it to end?" Sandra stopped and looked at Kerry. Truth be told, the thought had never entered her mind. Lizzie might enjoy this for the full 3 months and want more. "That's a scary thought," Sandra stated. "I know, but what then?" Kerry re-asked. "Truth be told, I never thought about it. I hope she does not come to that choice. Hopefully she will be so sick of being in diapers and eating baby food that she will run away from playing baby. I hope you're right. Now hadn't you better get going?" Kerry responded, not sure herself. Sandra looked at her watch and simply grabbed her purse and smiled. "I should be back by 10. "No problem," Kerry said. Then with a wink and a smile, Sandra was out the door and on her way. Kerry sat at the kitchen table and wondered what to do. She was glad that Sandra was not sure of things. If it had been her, she would have gone crazy with the thought. Still, she was not going to have to worry about that. She was here to babysit, and that was all she was going to think about. Looking at her watch told her all she needed to know. It was about 4:30. Kerry looked down at her own body. It was then she saw the spots. She was leaking. She had not remembered to pump and needed to as soon as possible. Kerry walked into the living room to get the pump that she had thought to bring with her. When she looked over at Lizzie sitting in her playpen, sucking on a pacifier and looking ever so content, it was then that an idea hit her. "Lizzie," Kerry spoke to get the girl's attention. Lizzie looked up at her. "Come here," Kerry demanded in a somewhat sweet voice. Lizzie simply followed the directions. Soon both of them were on the couch, and it was then that Kerry dropped her idea on Lizzie. "I'm going to feed you, okay?" Lizzie opened her mouth in shock. This was something that she never thought would happen. "Why?" she asked sheepishly. "You wanted to be a baby," came the answer. She then coaxed Lizzie's head and lips into proper position before telling Lizzie to just suck away at the bottle. Once she tasted the sweet milk, she started to suck harder and harder. This was heaven. It was about halfway through the event that Lizzie felt her bladder empty itself. She was truthfully acting like a baby and loving every minute of it.